The following program may contain language of an adult nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer.
Fuck that guy.
And DJ Jerkman.
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
Only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really hurts me.
Oh man, hold on, wait a minute. This is some bullshit.
They're canceling the fucking show?
Yeah, they're planning on dropping us after 7 years.
That's bullshit. You still got people that listen and like the show.
Well, guys, you had a good 7-year run. What more do you want from us?
You're like a goddamn Oreo cookie. You taste like shit but swathed in the center.
Okay, goddamn it. Our hands are tied, okay? Yeah, you're goddamn right, your hands are tied. Jerkin, pass me the duct tape. Motherfucker. Wait a minute. What are you doing? Oh, tape them together. Yeah, motherfucker.
You know what? I think I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Tie it a little tighter. Tighter.
Maxwell Silverhammer, G.J. Jerkman, Cruise Control, and G Motors. Hellfire, I think somebody lit a cigarette. Nope, it's the hottest radio show on the internet. So keep it locked here from 7 to 9. STIM Radio fans, they ahead of their time. And now it's lesson 1, man, this is lesson 2. No format because they keep it fresh and new. And this is what I call a real show. They tough as hell with a hard edge like a steel toe. They campaign like a base said. So if you mad at them, call in, fuck some hate mail. And if you think that the jocks sound quirky, allow me to introduce you to the shit that irks me.
You sons of fucking bitches.
That was beautiful.
That was great. We're awesome.
Oh, listen to him
Dope.
harmonizing.
Hell yeah, that was badass. I was digging that.
That's good.
Right.
Hell yeah. Well, shit. Welcome to the shit that fucking irks me. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I'm AK.
I'm Ocelot.
I'm not talking.
You have to introduce yourself.
You gotta introduce
Jerkman.
yourself.
G.J. Jerkman.
DJ Dorito.
You might be
I don't even go there.
That's it. DJ Dorito.
Dorito. Cool Ranch.
I got a
motherfucker.
commercial now. I
I'm
think
big
I'm
time.
better than you.
Oh, that's what your little fucking thing was going to be?
Yeah, but you fucked it up.
Yeah,
You got all
good for me.
scared.
Good
You
for
got-
me.
Cut your balls off.
I'm not talking.
Good for me.
I'm not talking.
Well,
I'm DJ Dorito, and I'm not talking.
well, guys, I got to blow off some steam.
All right.
I
Here
got
we
to
go.
blow
Here
some
we go.
steam. I'm
Right,
sorry.
Hang on a second. Hang on
Boom.
a second. Wait a minute.
Oh, you're going
Make
to play
sure.
a disclaimer? Is that what you're going to do?
Here we go.
Okay.
All right,
Your
our disclaimer.
Yeah, here we go. I'm going to make sure
Kick it.
everybody
Bitch,
hears
listen to
this one
this.
more time.
Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
Okay.
And with that being said, I turned my microphone off.
And to clarify, Jerkman is the staff and management of All Talk Radio.
Right.
And I am a host, and you are a guest.
And I am a guest.
So-
And the views and opinions expressed are those of the host and the guest, and not necessarily those
Of the
of
staff
the
or
management or staff or alltalkradio.net.
Yes. So, last night,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not even going to say her animal name because you don't get your name when you piss me off.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that what that was about?
Yeah, I take your name. Well, she wasn't the one I was
Your
talking about
post
in the
seemed
museum.
so random.
Well, the one you saw in the museum was not who I was talking
Oh,
about.
okay.
But that was a totally different situation. But last night, so we had this girl call in, and basically, you know, it's somebody I've been messaging with on this Experience Project site.
Hard in the paint for Experience Project, I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
That's his shit.
And so, anyway, you know, we talked about the show, and at one point she'd asked me, well, you know, how do I chime in if I want to say something about what you guys are talking about? So I said, well, if you ever want to Skype in or call in, you can, you know. And at one point yesterday, before the show, I said, you know, I'll shout you out on the show, you know, just because people like that. That's fun.
All right,
they
all right.
enjoy it.
Mhm.
So anyway, I basically, you know, we went on. We did the show about 8:20 or so. She calls in,
Oh, shit.
but it's all in fun, and we're joking and having a good time and
Okay.
laughing, and it's all gravy. So then we actually missed the commercial break because we were all talking.
Oh, she was having that much fun.
Apparently.
All right.
And so then we went to a commercial,
Okay.
came back, and we're talking some more. Jerkman and I are, because by then, you know, she had we dropped the call. So
Okay.
then she came back. She called in again, and you know, at one point she said, "Oh, you know, I thought I'd been chatting to you, and I thought she was chatting to us in the UStream, but apparently she was chatting to me on an Experience project, which I wasn't logged into because, you know, do you see a computer sitting in front of me? No.
No, I
So,
don't.
you know, obviously we couldn't see anything she was chatting in there.
Okay.
So anyway, so we're talking,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, and she calls in and she talks to us and whatever. And there was, I guess, one part where, you know, we said something like, "Well, add us on Facebook,
Okay.
and that way you can chat with us there," because Jerkman always has the Facebook open.
Okay.
And she said, "Well, I don't have a Facebook."
Mm-hmm.
And we said, "Oh, you know," but you know, we had the reaction that most people do when you tell them nowadays that you don't have a Facebook. We just went,
Awesome. Good for you.
"You don't have a Facebook?"
Oh.
You know,
Right,
it was
of
one of
course.
those because you know you're kind of
Like, what do you mean you don't have Facebook? Everybody has Facebook.
yeah, you're kind of incredulous at that point. You're like, "What? How do you not fucking have a Facebook?
Right.
The whole
Weirdo.
world has Facebooks."
Fucking weirdo. What are you, spy or something?
Right. You work for the NSA or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm with you.
anyway, so this is all good. We're talking, and
Mhm.
you know, we're kind of joking with her a little bit, and you know, she basically hung up towards the end of the show.
Okay,
Because-
so here's the story that I got. See, because I don't give a fuck. Bitch can try to do what she wants
All
to
right.
me.
Go for it.
Bitch. And
Right on.
what I heard is that she didn't like somebody on the show dropping the C word, cunt.
Oh, we were doing that, but it was all in fun.
And then she got mad and she hung up because of that.
No,
and then she called back.
No, she never hung up. She never hung up because of that. It was she called back in because she had said she didn't like the word cunt, and we were going back and forth on purpose trying to, you know, get her goat, and she called back in and she was like, "You guys are such assholes," and it was all in fun.
And she was laughing.
Yeah, she was laughing.
Okay.
The whole show. Oh, by the way, during the show she admitted she was high. In many of her emails she admitted she was high. You know, the ones that we've been talking about, you know, the past couple days.
And this is relevant to the story.
Sort of, yes.
Okay.
Because when I got home, I had all these messages in my inbox on Experience Project, and I had some comments on some of my stories that I wrote from her. These were all from her.
Okay.
So I go in and I start reading the comments first.
So she profile stalked you hard after that and commented on all your stuff that you wrote, which
This
was
one-
all about feet. We know that.
No, actually, it wasn't. It was not about feet, actually.
Okay.
Not everything.
I was just kidding.
And so she commented on a couple of my stories, and I don't know when this had occurred. May have been during the show, may have been before the show. I didn't really check the times.
Okay.
So anyway, she commented on a few things, and I noticed I couldn't reply to them. But I thought, well, okay, maybe it's a site glitch. You know, I didn't think much of it. So then I went to my inbox, and I start reading the messages, and it looked like she was trying to chat with us through Experience Project. But again, we're not logged into Experience Project when
right.
you're chatting.
So from jump, we already know she's a fucking idiot then.
Well, yeah, she's
Because
not-
she was trying to chat with you somewhere that you're not even
that
at.
I'm not even at. Exactly.
So there's that. We know she's dumb.
Right.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and
And
well,
we
she
know,
admitted
so
that.
we know she's dumb and she's high.
Right. Dumb
Okay.
and high.
All right.
And a bad
Go.
combination.
Boom. Go.
So then here we go. Then the psycho messages start coming, and like the last couple messages, the first one said something, and I'm paraphrasing because obviously I don't have them verbatim, but she said something like, "Wow, that's fucked up," and she was like, "Is this the reason you have a profile on here?" And I'm
Huh?
thinking, what is she talking about?
Right.
So I have no
I'm
fucking
lost.
clue. Yeah, I was totally lost. And I'm like, well, where was she digging at? I mean, is she trying to say that, you know? And then the second message said something to the effect of, I'm totally freaking out right now. It may just be because I'm high, but I feel very violated right now. I don't tell anybody on here that I have Facebook. And she's like, but after all, it is supposed to be anonymous.
Okay. So
And I'm
stop
thinking-
right there.
Okay.
Okay. So she's crazy.
Right. Uh-huh.
She's dumb
Yeah.
and she's high.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay.
All
and she's insinuating now that you stalked her because she didn't tell anybody that she has a Facebook. This
Yeah.
is what I'm getting from this.
That's basically what she's
So
trying to-
basically, you stalked her and she's freaking out because how the hell did you know she had a Facebook?
We don't. All we were saying.
Right, but she thinks that because she's high and she's
Oh,
freaking
she's
out.
just stupid like that. Okay, because what we were trying to say.
I'm just trying to break it down for you.
I'm glad you're breaking it down because some of this I was
Stop
having,
it! You don't get to ring the bell.
I was having trouble because then the last message said something to the effect of, you know, something about, wow, shame on me for being so gullible. I feel like reporting this to admin right now, and I'm thinking, what the fuck are you going to report to admin? And so then, she said something about she feels violated, and she was like, maybe I should just let it go. What do you think? I'll just let it go, okay? And thanks for proving that even as jaded and careful as I try to be, I'm still very naive. I really appreciate that. And that was the last message. So then I tried to reply because I'm going, what the fuck is this? So I attempt to reply.
Okay, so you are attempting to have an intellectual conversation with somebody on drugs. I just want to clear this up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, because,
Okay.
it's hard to put
She's
your
high.
shoes. It's hard to put your shoes on somebody else.
She's on drugs.
Yeah.
You wanna make sense out of something that came from somebody that's on drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You
yeah.
said yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, go.
And that's what I was doing. So I tried
Okay,
to
go.
reply,
Mhm.
found out she blocked me.
Okay.
So I'm going, well, what the fuck is it?
That's funny.
Yeah, it is funny. And it's like, well, okay.
It's funny because I know how pissed off you were.
First of all, no one coerced you to call into the show, you stupid cunt. Okay? You fucking on your own called it on your own accord, called into
High.
the show. Yeah, you were high, okay. So blame your weed man for that one, not me.
Are you sure it was weed? It doesn't sound like it was weed.
Maybe it wasn't.
Sounds like
I
it
don't
was
know.
something else.
It's hard to say. But no one
Speaking from experience, okay.
Right. Well, no one coerced you to call in. You called in on your own accord twice. And as far as the Facebook thing, again, that was just us going, what? You don't have a Facebook? We were just incredulous that you don't have a Facebook. That's all.
Right. I like that word.
And you like that?
I do.
Incredulous.
I
So,
like that. I dig that.
we're like, hey, that's pretty weird, especially nowadays. So we
Right.
weren't trying to get you to give up your Facebook. And as far as it being anonymous, well, you share what you want to share, right? I mean, I guess I don't know the rules of Hammurabi of Experience Project, that certain things are supposed to be anonymous and certain things are supposed to be, I don't know all
Well,
that.
did you share about the shit she said on Experience Project?
Nope.
Then what is she talking about?
I have no fucking
Again,
clue.
she's fucking on drugs, dude.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you're
She
right.
had her own reality.
Yeah.
Whatever took place in her mind took place. It didn't really take place, but in her
guess
mind
so.
it did. And
I
hey,
guess so.
High perception is reality.
I guess. I mean, for me, it was just like, well, this is way the fuck out of left field. And
but you shouldn't be mad at this point. You should be amused. You see what I'm saying to you?
But you know why I'm a little bit upset, I guess, is because I'm thinking, well, is she trying to insinuate that I tried to coerce her to come on the show so I could humiliate her and make
You
fun
have
of
no
her?
fucking idea. She doesn't even know what she's trying to insinuate. She's high.
That's true.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Well, let me just explain this little bit to her,
All
okay?
right. Good luck.
If she thinks that she's going to try to get something from me, if this is like some kind of money-making scam or something, I pay to do my show. I'm not paid to do my show. So I control the content. This is all me. So, you want something from me? I got a lot of bills. Which one do you want? My power, my cable, my insurance? Which one? What do you like?
Right.
So, if this is you're trying to get something out of me, that's what I'm pissed off about. That, this all of a sudden she just flipped on me for no fucking reason, which looks to me like she just got a bright idea. Oh, let me see if I can take this fucker for a ride and try to get something from him. I don't get people on the show so I can humiliate them. That's one of the reasons I hate Howard Stern, because that's not my shit.
Right.
I tell people you can call and Skype in if you wish, if you have something you'd like to say. That's just part of how the show works. But
I don't think that's what it is. I think that she called into the show
Uh-huh.
and something took place in her high-ass fucking mind that didn't really happen, but she perceived it to be that way, and she had a fucking high moment. It's just like when I told you, don't be mad at the fucking hoe for being a hoe. Don't be mad at the fucking drug addict for being a fucking druggie.
Huh?
She's not all there, man. She's not all there.
Well, and you're probably right. Maybe it's just, she's not firing all four cylinders, and it's good I found this out early. But at the same time, it's like, goddamn.
It's weird. I'll give you that.
It's just weird. I don't need that kind of drama. I guess that's my whole thing. I'm a grown fucking man.
But you're going to get drama. Number one, you're in radio.
Yeah.
Okay? Number two, you're on some fucking site called Experience Project. That's nothing but fucking drama.
Yeah. Well, I try to just kind of go in there and, I just want to talk to people and that's it. I don't.
Right, but it's inevitable you're going to come across drama at some point. You're a public figure, man.
True.
You're not going to go through this fucking public figure life with no drama.
Well, and you're
what
right.
fucking fantasy world are you in?
And you're right. You're right. It was just stupid. It was just fucking.
Don't ring my bell.
It was just fucking dumb.
It was.
And really, it was like unnecessary, and you didn't have to flip the fuck out the way you did, but now you did. And I want to say this: Do not message me. Do not
She's
contact
not.
me.
She's not.
Okay, so she'll stay away then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Just stay the fuck away. You know, I got this
She's not
shit.
gonna come crawling back to you.
Well, good.
Now
good.
you're in fantasy land.
Good. Well, I just, you know.
But you tell her. Tell her. Go ahead.
Well,
Go.
I want to make sure.
Do
for,
it.
For, you know,
Tell her
legal
hardcore,
purposes.
though.
Okay.
Go.
Do not fucking message me again, you cunt.
Mm-hmm.
Do not fucking, you know, nothing. Don't
None of it.
unblock me. Just leave me blocked,
That's
and we're
right.
good. You know.
Bitch.
So there we go.
You crazy fucking bitch.
Crazy fucking bitch.
Crazy bitch.
There we go.
What's my favorite word?
and-
Bitch.
And that's the story there, as I would usually say.
Bitches.
So I'm done.
All right.
I'm done with that.
That was interesting.
That was this, but it was crazy, man. It kind of rattled me for a second
Right,
because I
right,
was like,
right.
whoa, fuck, you know, like what's going on here with this person? But you made some sense, you know.
Right. Aren't you glad I was here?
Yeah,
Shut up,
you were.
DJ
Views
Dorito.
and opinions expressed on
Do
the
it one more
following
time for
program
him. Drop that
are
shit
those
for
of the
him.
hosts
Yeah.
and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
And
Ah,
come
now you
back
can
in. There
on.
we go.
Come back on. Oh,
We can get
put her
Ocelot
on.
there too.
there we go.
Right?
Ocelot's aha. Hey, so
Uh-huh.
now Ocelot, did you have a story, or is that off air?
Is that a joke?
That can be on air. We had a little thief come into the store on my shift, which is even worse, and try and steal a beer. Well,
Try?
actually did.
Successfully did, yes.
Successfully did.
Oh, he got out of the store.
Because, yeah, I was actually in the back. I was putting some ice into another machine that was low. So he took advantage of the moment that I was working, doing something else.
So
and
he
wouldn't
took
see
advantage of
him
the moment of you being low?
being
Were you low?
Oh, that
How
sounds
low did you
weird.
go? I got very low.
All right.
Because then when it wasn't the one I thought it was, when his friend returned, yes.
So
I
his
went
friend
after
came
Try That.
in.
Right. Came
After
back.
his. Okay, so the friend stole some beer.
The other
and then-
friend stole some
and
beer.
then
The other one came back in.
His friend had the audacity to come in there.
Right. And I called him on and he's like, oh, I didn't know, blah, 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 blah. So I was like,
know.
really? You didn't know? Let me explain to you how this works.
Mhm.
And I have a very long metal billy club that I keep at the store.
Oh.
And I know how to
Put your
use very
boners
well.
away.
So you pulled that out?
I did.
Oh shit.
And I made this boy pee all over himself, literally. And explained to
He
them.
pissed on himself.
Yes, he did.
Nice. That's
So
awesome.
what'd you do? Walk up to him and intimidate him, or just pull it out and he instantly pissed?
Oh, no. He thought he was a little gangbanger wannabe. So I took it out and just explained to him what I could do with this. And
Oh.
how I would do it.
And he leaked himself right there.
And he pissed
Are you sure
himself.
he peed himself and he didn't get off
Oh,
on
maybe
it?
he was trying to give the beer back.
Yeah,
that
it
he
was
drank.
yellow.
It was
and
yellow. I smelled
yellow
it.
and wet. It was.
I touched it.
I wasn't
It was
touching that shit.
texture.
Hell no.
It had a little ammonia hint to it.
But I made sure he understood that he and his friends were not only not welcome back in the store, but if they ever thought about breaking in or stealing again, I wasn't just going to explain what I would do.
You're going to beat him down and make him piss himself.
So did he? See, that's what I like, man. Vigilante justice. That's how you got to do it. You know?
Yeah, it's like, don't. Bad enough you're going to steal, period, from the store, but definitely don't steal on my shift.
So you whipped it out on him and he peed.
I did.
You
Nice.
showed him who.
Did he
I
cry
actually-
too?
I actually
you showed that
explained
your
to him-
dick is bigger than his.
I actually explained to him how much torture a human body could take and still live.
Did he? Now, did he cry? Was he crying?
No, he was a little black boy, but he was pretty white by the time I got done.
What's that supposed to mean? She just called you a pussy. White
Yeah.
boys, you fucking white boy pussies.
Well, no. What she was saying is he got pale. Is you know?
Oh,
is-
that's not how I interpreted that.
That's
Sorry.
funny.
I think
You
AK
took
went a
it-
different direction.
AK
I'm,
took-
Yeah,
ra-
she
I'm
did.
racist
She took it
against
racial,
white
man.
people.
You took
Yeah,
it
ain't that
racial.
nice?
No, this is actually he got pale. I'm sure. Like oh,
yeah.
my
The fucked up
fucking
part is
God.
she looks at me when she says the shit.
But you know what's even
I
funnier?
did.
Here's
I
what's
did.
even funnier.
I wonder what I think about you.
Yeah, come on, that's nice.
The
Damn.
blind guy got the fucking reference. How is that?
There you go. Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What? I thought. Never mind.
Yeah.
She said he was a little black boy, which in itself was kind of ouch. That hurt my feel good.
Well-
he was a little black boy.
That's what he
A
was.
Scary
Didn't
little
say
black
nigger
boy.
kid or
You
anything.
know what?
Oh,
Fucking
see?
Christ.
So, you know, she said little black boy.
You're sitting right next to him. You can nail him anytime you like.
Is it going to change that he
No,
drops
he's gonna be-
racial slurs?
No.
Then what am I going to exert my fucking energy for? Save it
I'm
for
just
something
saying.
good.
I just was saying. I was, you know, what were you expecting her to say? You know, I mean, that was the best way she could put it.
Well, I thought she said he was a little black boy, but he was white by the time, but I thought she meant like he was a white boy after, like because
Like,
white
okay.
boys are crying all the time.
Oh, wow.
I don't
See, that was
fucking
Jimmy.
know.
Oh, fuck that. What the hell do you mean white boys are crying all the time?
I didn't say it. Ocelot did.
She didn't say it. You
She
insinuated
did say
it.
She is, as a matter of fact,
That
she
was-
said that verbatim. She said
Wow.
he was a little black boy, but he was white afterwards.
Well, she didn't say he
said
was a
that.
crying little white boy.
That was you being racist there, AK. Damn.
Fucking white people.
Uh-huh. You were
Goddamn
being reversed.
crackers.
And it was mostly on white guys. They
Fucking
were all little
crackers.
crybabies.
I didn't say that.
Actually,
I said
don't know.
thought that's what she said. I didn't
Yeah,
say
okay.
that.
I remember this little Mexican kid on Cops was crying because they
What
caught
the
him
fuck are we
busting
talking about
windows.
Mexican kids now?
Oh, she's trying to say all the white boys cry, but
I didn't say that. Are you guys are really offended by this? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
we're all white. No, I'm just
I am sorry.
Groupthink, you know, you gotta get up with the group.
I'll
think,
make
man.
amends. Uh-huh.
Get up with the group. What? You don't have a Facebook? What's your fucking
Oh my
problem?
God, I feel violated.
Yeah,
I
me
feel
too.
fucking violated.
We'll be right back, bitches.
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that, and guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do, so don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and mob blues. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and iTunes. Or just Google your boy Black Ice. That's Y-A-B-O-Y, Black Ice.
He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gag, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gonna slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually, I'm joking and having fun and laughing, but in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely-ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do you do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy and content and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement.
Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turned you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google cheesy leasy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hit on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some choochie, and then after that, we can go to the rum runner.
Great, just what I've always wanted, my own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance. Available for digital download only. Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass. With such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your front. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fucking buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul, R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers like
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
Classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer
Fuck that guy.
and DJ Jerkman,
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really hurts me.
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
bitches.
bitches. Hey, that was good. That was cool.
Got you down, man.
You're rolling with me here.
She knows
Damn.
you.
So, I want to get more on the thief thing a little bit. Because, Ocelot, you were saying, there comes a point where you just get tapped out with these little punk fucking thieves.
Well, and that's it. This is a small little family market. It's not even on a main street, so, it's struggling to make ends meet, and we all work really hard to make sure that all the locals have what they want and have
You're
things
repping
available.
that store, right?
That's right.
Hey, but you know what?
We
That's
work
badass.
We
Yeah.
work very hard, and we try to promote that family atmosphere and keep things that you don't get a whole lot of, especially in a city like this.
Like those
anymore.
aliens. Remember
That's
those
right.
squishy alien
Those
heads?
squishy
You can't buy
alien
those
heads.
anywhere else.
That's right. Come on. And it's one of those things that when you come in and you steal things like that,
It
you
hurts
don't realize how
everybody.
much it hurts. It
Well,
does.
It's not like you got a corporate payroll, you know?
Right.
Well, here's what's great. I think the awesome two things that I think are awesome. Because obviously somebody's got balls enough to stand up to the criminals. That's why I didn't have any problem last segment. Fucking going in on that bitch. And but it's because you can't let the scumbags and pieces of shit dictate how you're going to live your life and how things are going to go.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
That's it. I mean, we've had break-ins there at the store. We, at one point, had a brand new ATM machine that thieves came in and literally just ripped out the front doors, stealing
Wow.
the ATM machine.
I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but it's a very stupid crime. you know
Well,
what I'm saying?
it is, but it happens all the time. Do you know how many ATM machines are stolen on a regular basis?
No.
Wow.
many?
There's at least
gotta
on
put her on the
average. You
spot,
want to know
don't
the
you?
average? The average is 2 a day.
Wow.
In the
Thank
city.
you.
Wow.
There you go. There you have it,
She
folks.
called you
2
on
a
it.
day.
It
She
just seems
actually
like
knew.
it just seems like such a feat. You know what I'm saying? To have to drag that son of a bitch.
Right?
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know.
Like, who
Go
wants to do
through
that
all
shit?
that work
Yeah.
and everything, which is why we do not have an ATM machine back in the
You
store.
can just print money.
That's it. Much
Our
easier.
government does
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why do you think I got the new printer? Wait a minute.
Right.
And the other thing I want to say too is that the second half of this is okay, this isn't a job that you particularly enjoy. You're kind of
Right.
hoping for something better at
Right.
some point.
More in my field, that type
right.
of thing.
Something
yes.
that's more used to what you do. Yet you're treating this job like you're making $40 a year. $40 an hour. Jesus.
$40 a year.
$40 a year, dog.
Woo! Party
That
on
is
that.
fucking where we're at in America, folks. $40
it will
a
be
year.
at some
feeding a
point. It will be at some
single-family
point.
home. We're getting there quickly.
But $40, an hour.
I didn't know where you worked.
Where I work or where
Yeah,
she works?
You.
Really?
Yeah.
How
I
did
told
you
her
not
today
know?
about the poodle thing.
How did you not know?
I didn't. I've never asked you.
Oh, shit.
I did not know you were part of the man.
I am part of the man. You didn't
He
know?
does, yeah, he does poodles.
Yeah, fuck, man.
You and your fucking bestiality. Let it
Yeah,
go.
That's what it
Hey,
is.
I'm not the one that grabbed my ass to sit down, so
I have to that way.
Wow.
that's all we get.
Well, I didn't know that I did it. So I'm assuming that since it's so unconscious that I have to physically help my ass sit down. It's
Look at
that
this,
out of
Ocelot.
control.
Ocelot, here it is. Me, you, and AK. We're trying to get a topic going.
Don't even fucking throw me in this. Look,
and Jerkman, fucking,
Next will be a gay joke.
Yeah, something about taking it in the ass at Red Lobster or some shit like that.
You know what? I listened back to the show that day, and you were right. He did mention Red Lobster before the last segment.
I told you. Yeah, I know I did.
He sure the fuck did.
I listened back to the show, and I went on and on about nobody fucking said Red Lobster, and I just don't pay attention to what the fuck you say, so I didn't hear it. You know.
Well, and here it came.
Unbelievable.
Red Lobster comment. You know.
But it wasn't me. It was him.
Oh, you catch the camel fucking jokes and shit, though, right?
I thought you were gonna say camel toe.
See, look.
I wasn't sure where you were going
you might
with
have
that.
something with this bestiality shit because everything is camels and mooses and poodles and.
You know what? If you give him a character, he'll roll with it for the rest of the night.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he
yeah,
does.
I know.
So you can make him whatever you want, and he'll go with it
I
for the
guess
whole
so.
for the whole show. He was that dancing little troll with suspenders and straw and shit.
It was
Remember
a
that
fucking
night?
broom, you said.
Whatever, you went with it.
Pretty much.
Give him a character, an action figure, something that works.
Man, we're in depth
Like
tonight.
this guy,
we are in
Pac-Man.
depth. We are in depth.
We are talking about some real shit
Hey,
tonight.
we're trying.
Yeah, Ocelot went hardcore and made a boy pee his pants.
I think it was dope. I give total props to that, and I hope you do it again. Although now
I
having
hope you
said
don't
that,
do it again. So I hope nobody comes in there and steals
well,
it.
yeah, hopefully nobody comes in. But now let me ask you this: if somebody were to come in and try to rob the store, and they've got you at gunpoint,
Don't be a hero.
yeah, you're not gonna. You
So
know,
I got to tell you honestly, I got a real problem with giving money up, be it mine or anybody else's.
You think it's worth your life?
yeah, that I don't think is worth your life, though, right?
I think I'd estimate my odds.
Really?
If I was
Yeah.
working at a pet store and they come in to break in and take the money, I would just let them take the pets and the,
Yeah.
trying to keep with the theme
Look,
here.
if you're gonna break into the store and take the money,
That's why I was like,
and it's not my store, take the fucking money. Now, if you're gonna try to
Yeah.
steal my money, that's a different story. But it's not my money, so I'm not gonna die over not my money.
But the store is
I'm not
also-
gonna die over not my money. How about
Yeah,
that?
right.
I mean, I
But
understand.
the store is owned by a friend.
Yeah, I
And
understand.
so
I mean, the bitch ass shit with the stealing the beers, that's punk shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or chips or stupid things.
But
like
you're
that.
gonna come across the wrong,
Yeah,
little
if
black boy one day that's
Yep.
gonna be carrying something a lot bigger than your stick.
And I understand that I should have some fear.
Click,
My
clack.
My big problem is that I just don't have a lot of fear.
I'm just saying, don't die over not your money.
Yeah, I really have an issue. People have that natural fight or flight response.
And you fight.
Look, I got the fight
I got
response.
an overdeveloped
but I'm
fight
not gonna
response.
fight for some shit that ain't mine.
You know, if God, is it? Well, it'd be great if they could keep a gun in the store, wouldn't it?
Actually, since I do own one.
Ah, yeah. See,
She does not do that.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't have a gun at the store. Are you crazy?
Actually, I'm working on letting them let me bring it in.
Okay.
You guys just give up so much information. It's just totally against my KGB nature. It's killing me inside.
The fact of the matter,
finally admits it.
The fact of the matter that
Hey,
when I
guys.
bring it in, it'll be on me at all times.
This is supposed to be anonymous. I'm gonna call admin for this shit.
I'm violated.
Oh, here
The
we go.
chance of
feeling
them getting that
vilified.
gun off me is pretty slim to none.
There's a donkey involved. There we
just
go.
saying.
Put mine in.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't tell anybody that I had a gun.
Oh no, because I'll be wearing it in public where they can see it.
Red
You-
lobster.
I wouldn't do that either.
Well, you can get a concealed weapons permit.
I can. I'm actually working on it. You got to have your 10-year history of your addresses and everything
Oh shit, you can
to
do
do
that.
that. So
You
I
got
can't.
that.
I got to put all that together.
I don't own any weapons at all.
Shit, I got one. I don't give a fuck. I got a gun. I'm an American. You know what?
I'm an American.
So
You're so
I-
cute.
I-
so cute.
Well, you know what? Seriously though,
Americans are so cute.
you know, when I was born,
When I was born,
you know,
blind.
it was America, and
It was.
You
You're
had a
right.
shotgun and
yeah, and you know what? So I live like an American. That's how I live. So fuck them. I'm not gonna go. Oh, I better take the
I
dick.
don't know if that's something I would admit
Government.
right now that I live like an American. I don't.
I'm gonna live like an
no,
American.
none of us have lived like Americans in America for a very long time.
Yeah, but I'm gonna continue to
Red Lobster.
be. See, there he goes.
I feel bad. I feel excluded. I feel like I want to be an American. I want to. How do I become an American?
Well,
You're not.
Move to another country.
Yeah, there you go.
And then run across the border and you're an American.
So I got to go
instantly.
back to Russia and then
Right.
come back.
Yes.
Right.
Denounce your
But make sure it's
citizenship.
illegally.
You got to go through Mexico though.
Yeah, because if you do it
Okay.
illegally, you'll get all kinds of good shit. You know
need to-
that.
I
You get a
came
job,
in wrong.
health care.
I came in wrong. I need to go
That's
back
it.
to Russia and then
Right.
come over here illegally.
Right.
Through Mexico. Can't go on the boat and stuff in there. You can't do that.
No.
Has to
I
be
was going to ride a
through
tiger
Mexico.
through Siberia.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Tiger through Siberia.
Uh-huh.
We're just gonna hold your ass to
Go-
sit down on the tiger,
Sketch
or
it.
We knew that was coming.
It's kind of funny too, because you know that's
Good
how
one.
it is, man. It
I'll
seems
give
like
you
the
that.
working class gets most ostracized. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, here it is, the thief guy. You know, he wants sympathy all of a sudden. You know, when did this happen today?
Well, no, this was actually last week. That
Oh, this
the
is an old
original, and then it was just what is
Slushy
it?
problems
The
here?
end of the week last week when I caught up with him.
Oh, you're like, hey.
But you made his friend cry, not him.
Well,
Oh, so
it's
the
only
guy-
because he has not come back into my
the one
store.
that stole is not the one you made cry.
No,
No.
she made his friend
the
cry.
friend cried, and then the thief.
The thief
pissed
won't come
himself.
back. No, the thief
No, the
hasn't
thief
come back
didn't.
to the store. The friend pissed himself.
Oh, I thought the thief pissed himself.
No.
It's like some
Ah.
dude knocks up your friend and then you kick his cousin's ass instead.
Right.
well,
No, it's
the guy
because the little
knocked her
thief-
up.
The little thief won't come back into the store. He won't come around.
You know
No,
what
he was drunk laughing at his fucking buddy that pissed himself.
You know what
Right,
you could say?
right, with the stolen beer.
That's right.
Yeah, she made you cry over this beer, homie.
You could have just said, "Well, you damn niggers look the same."
Here we go.
I'm going home. I'm going home.
Hey, I'm
I
just
am.
making fun of the mentality. I'm not making fun of not
Mm-hmm.
trying to be.
We
racist,
know
you
that you're down with the set or
I am
whatever.
Down with the set, dog.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Is that what that was?
I think.
Yeah.
Both suck. Wow. This is such a good slushy.
Yay.
Circle
Oh,
K.
yeah, I was gonna say.
79 cents.
Hey, there you go.
What the? Wait a minute. You're outside doing the up and down fucking I'm cold
you're
pee-pee
drinking a
dance,
slushie.
and you're drinking a fucking slushy.
That is kind of funny.
I'm sorry. Did you guys not know me? Hi, I'm AK. I'm not logical. I thought
Oh.
we knew that after all
That
these
explains
shows.
why you could explain her mentality
that
so
would-
well.
Hello.
You know, you're right. We should have figured female logic. Just
Right.
Don't.
Let's make it a female thing.
But you need, you know, it takes a criminal to catch a criminal, not a cop, right?
Exactly.
So
Wow.
therefore,
Obviously, I'm crazy. We know that.
it would take somebody with the mindset to really know the mind. 'cause,
I
you
would
know,
never fucking do that.
Some-
Just I would don't fucking group me in with that fucking hoe who thought she was on a come up and she's too fucking ugly to get any type of money from a man. So she thought, oh, I'm going to get money from this fucking radio show since I'm too ugly to fuck anyways.
Oh, you're just making him happy as piss. Look
Dude,
at him.
I'm loving this shit.
You want to play the disclaimer?
I think I'm going to.
Oh, I'm loving it. This is awesome. Where were you when what's that crazy fucking Tammy monkey bitch was around?
Wow, we had a monkey bitch?
Well, she hung the stuffed monkey on my door.
Oh, that's right.
That crazy bitch. You know,
Yeah.
I could have used you back then.
I know you could have.
Because let me tell you something.
I took care of Jerkman's problem when that bitch texted all out of line. Didn't stay in her lane.
You know,
good job
I
there.
remember for some reason the other day, I just started thinking about that and laughing my ass off to what you said when you handed the phone back to Jerkman.
Oh.
You know, I was just
Worked.
like, that was dope, man. That was,
I'm not the person you wanted an argument with. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
I don't get all loud and yell and all that. Just
Man.
make you feel really fucking stupid.
That's pretty cool.
Use your own shit against you.
That's I
Set
like it.
you up. I know. It's an art. It's a skill.
It's got to be. I'm a little envious, actually. But then again, you know me, I got to be loud and obnoxious because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be Maxwell, right?
That's true.
You know, I got to yell and use profanity and, you know,
Not
call people names and shit
Call
like
people
that.
names.
You know, because that's what I do.
And giggle when you get other people
Oh,
to
if
do
I
it.
pour some vitamin water in.
Oh, is that going to be good?
So fucking
Vitamin
smart.
water and slushy?
So fucking smart. It's all just ice at this point.
She's all brains.
Yum
Look
it,
at that.
tummy. Fuck.
You too, folks.
Speaking of all
can do
brains,
this.
my ITN driver, he's a new guy, took me to the wrong fucking door.
When tonight?
I'm like, nigga, you've been here before.
Oh shit.
You know, and he's picked me up from here several times. This is the same guy that
Maybe he was high too.
Oh, shit, he may have been. Because he was, last time he was here, he was parked way the fuck across the parking lot. And Hamster goes, your bus is here. So I walk out. I'm like, there's nothing there. She's like, yeah, there is. I'm like, where? Finally, find out he's sitting across the parking lot. And I'm like, hey, nigga, why are you sitting over here? And he's just like, oh, hey, man, take your time, buddy. You know, and that's the thing, too. He's kind of SMJ in certain ways. You know, like he still tells me to watch my step when I get in the van. And, you know.
Maybe they have to. Maybe that's a liability. Like it's in their job.
You
What's
know,
the fucking word I'm looking for?
job
I'm tired.
description?
Yes, thank you. It's in their job description to say watch your step, watch your head.
Yeah,
There's
maybe.
stairs
But-
right
but
there.
just the way he
How many
does
people-
doors right
How many
there.
people probably would have sued
I'm
them if he
waving
not
at
said
you.
that?
I'm waving at you.
Well, the way the way he does the shit though is like he'll be like, "You okay, buddy?" You know, he kind of does that. You know, and I'm kind of like, dude, okay, that's a little SMJ.
Patronizing you.
A little bit patronizing, you know, just a bit, just a tad bit. And then he had a hard time finding me at work too. But of course, to his credit, he's never been to my work. So you know,
What the fuck is red across your head?
Across my head?
Yeah, you got two lines.
Oh, you know what that is? That's where I hit that fucking partition last week.
On the sides here? I
No.
thought it was
That's
right in the
why people
front.
tell you watch your
Right-
step.
Right here. Are you talking about this?
No, there's on the side. It looks like someone scratched you or something.
Oh.
Maybe you scratched yourself.
Maybe that was when I was shaving. Or
You
some
walked
shit.
into something?
Oh yeah. Oh, you missed that
He had
one.
a big fucking band-aid in
And
the
then
middle of his
then
head.
you get mad when people say watch your step. And then you fucking walk into some shit.
It's a long story which I don't want to have to retell on the
I
air.
don't. I'll go
'Cause
back to the archive.
because everybody heard it. And it's
It's a long poop story. You don't want to hear
Oh,
it.
never mind.
No,
Anyway,
it's
let's
not really-
you scratched yourself apparently.
I must have been shaving and cut myself.
I don't know, but you got like some patches of really long hair that you missed in
Where?
odd places.
On my head?
No. That's why I said in odd places.
Really?
Yeah.
Like-
Like right here.
Oh, in my neck and
Right,
shit.
and then right here.
Oh, yeah.
And a huge patch of hair is growing right here, like you're trying to do the ducktail thing.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have some little patches going on.
What would you do without me? Nobody else was going to tell you.
Yeah, see, I appreciate that
Jerks.
shit because I always wonder about that. I'm like, man, does everything look okay? Does
Ginger
everything, you know?
Yeah, why wouldn't someone tell you, hey, you missed a huge
I
patch
don't-
of hair on
I
your
don't
neck?
fucking care if he's got patches all over his head.
Nah, well, you know, apparently I do.
Apparently you got to count on AK to not
Well, that's
not
what you're-
worry about your feelings.
That's what you're here for, right?
Yeah, she
To tell him where the patches on his fucking head are.
Keep
Thanks
it real
for
with
giving
me,
so
you know?
much meaning in my life.
Because nobody keeps it real with me. That's why.
Apparently.
And so you know, nobody will tell me shit. I'll be walking around with food on my face. and
Right.
fucking, you know.
I usually just
Poor
giggle
blind
about
guy.
it.
Yeah. See, and then people, I walk out and people are like, oh.
Remember that one time you came in, look, you had that white shit in your pants, like you get nutted all over
Oh my God, I
yourself?
had to ask. Remember, nobody else was going to.
Yeah. And what was that? What
It
did
was
we-
yogurt.
Yogurt. Oh, that's right. I spilled
Oh, she
yogurt.
fucking
in my
remembers.
garage.
I don't remember what the hell it was.
That's right. I did have yogurt that day, and it spilled on me.
And I had to ask if you had a Jackum session or something.
I was not going to ask that one.
You should have.
Why
As
should
a,
it
as
have
a
been
friend.
me? As a friend, I should have asked him if he jacked off in his pants.
No, you should have asked him, hey, do you know you got white shit all over your pants?
I figured you would, so give me the chance.
Oh, is that what it is?
Fucking liar.
I didn't give a damn.
Well, yeah, obviously did give a damn.
Whatever.
Because you were like, I don't want to say anything.
Croaky frog fucking voice.
Betty. Fucking Betty. Can't believe that shit. Anyway.
Betty?
The hell are you talking about, Betty?
Betty.
Who's Betty?
If he has another baby, he wants to name it Betty.
Why would you name it Betty?
Oh, me. Remember I said Betty?
Oh.
I said I'd give her an... It was a... Never mind.
Anyway, she's texting.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's having fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
it was that
Yeah.
thing.
Not
Okay.
another psycho, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
wait a
remember
minute, wait a minute.
Psycho Guy?
It's not another psycho, is it? No.
Look at that, Ocelot.
Trying to kill the frog voice.
We got something.
Oh, I didn't know what that was.
Yeah, I didn't
I was like,
either.
is
I
he
was
trying
like,
to
where
be
is-
someone else, or the
Hey,
fuck?
but, you know, Ocelot, we
We're
can
all over
definitely...
the place.
I can sympathize with you.
Can you?
Whatever
No,
happened
you
to your
can't.
psycho? Speaking of psychos. The last one
Oh,
that we were fighting
I did get rid of him finally. I was able
You
to
should
get
have just
him.
whipped out your stick and made him pee on himself.
Yeah, well, there's a reason I own a gun too. But yeah, no, I basically told him point blank, do not contact me again. Do not look for me. Do not have anything to do with me. If you contact me again, I will go to the police and I will have them come after
Pull
you.
out your pee-pee
Is it like
stick
a
on
little?
him.
Is it like a little whipstick, or like? I just want to know if I can borrow it for other purposes. But like, is it one of
Yeah,
those like
no.
dominatrix
What
type
would you
thing?
be borrowing this for? And what purpose would it have?
No,
I'm
you
curious
know,
to this
it,
one.
I'm
it
sure
will
you
get-
are.
It gets about this long. It
It's
unfolds.
long for those of you at home.
For those who can't see what she's doing.
That's right. And it's
Moving
solid
on air.
metal.
That could be
Nice.
useful.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I could use that.
Huh. Well, and for
You know when a
defense-
woman says that
I'm
and they
think-
roll
I'm-
their eyes up in their head and they're looking up?
thinking that it means that we're picturing a scenario.
Mhm.
Just so you know.
Oh, I know.
Psychology 101. Look at this guy reading up and shit. I think that maybe I'll venture into some dominatrix type shit and get paid for it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Damn.
no. Oh, great. Here we go.
Cool.
You get paid for kicking guys in the
Yeah.
balls.
I know.
And
I've
he'd be
got-
the first one probably fucking
Like
paying.
it's
I had
not
a-
even.
I had a
Here's
friend
the
that
thing:
used
it's
to do
not.
that,
It's not
actually.
even sex. It's like they just want you to like
Yeah.
make them lick water out of a dog bowl and
Yeah.
shit like that. Like I can do that.
Well, I had a friend that used to do that shit. That would do face-sitting sessions and all kinds of other crazy shit.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, she did that too.
I don't want to do that part.
She did those, and you
I
know,
just want to make you wash my dishes. I kind of just want a maid, but
That's
only
it.
I get paid for
With
it.
a big stick
That's
that you can
right.
force them to make money
Yeah.
doing it.
Right.
How about put them in a
Yeah.
cage? You gonna have them?
Yeah, that too. That'd be dope.
Or what's that term? Cuckolding?
No, cuckolding is not. No, that's
No.
something totally different.
What
and
is
I'm
that?
not doing that. It's like
You fuck somebody while your man watches.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, is that what
your
that is?
man specifically.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, it's. I'm not saying anything, but that's not what I'm. That's totally different.
Nothing sexual. We just want to beat on them a little bit, cage them up, make them do shit that
Degrade
you want them to do,
them.
and make money doing it.
Right. Degrade them.
Huh.
Well, see,
Why don't you record
See,
it?
and I've got no problem getting paid for being dumb.
Why don't
It's
you guys
quite
both do it?
easy.
Why don't you get your dom on?
Get your dom on.
You know,
Maybe I will.
it'd be kind of cool.
I think that
I might laugh, so I'm gonna have to get that under control.
Yeah, you got to keep a
Gotta keep
straight
a poker
face when
face,
you
yeah.
do it.
You know what? You want someone to practice with?
Oh, God.
Yeah,
what
I
did I
bet.
tell you? I just
Oh, I
fucking
bet.
said that, didn't I? Look at him. Now he's rubbing his fucking things over there and
God
shit.
damn it! What have I started?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, all
Look how
I'm
bright
trying to
ready
do.
a fucker is,
you know-
too.
I'm
But
trying
you
to
know
help
how
you
much they'll
find a
pay for
better career.
webcam, Dom? You know, you can get on there and tell them to
It's
do
not
all-
the same. I did webcam. Remember?
Yeah.
I'm
but
I'm
you
just
get
trying
paid
to.
more.
You know, that's what I am. Maybe I'm a career coach. You know.
No, you're a fucking
No, you're
freak.
not. You're a creep.
No, you know what? There was a friend of mine one time who
Just passed them both right by.
was trying to what?
I know.
She called me.
I got a
creep.
friend one time.
Well, I heard her call me a creep.
He called you a freak.
And I'm blowing that off too.
Yeah, we
So
noticed.
it wasn't that it necessarily passed me by. I just didn't pay attention to
No,
it.
he said you passed it by.
I passed it
Not
by.
that it passed you by.
Ah.
You passed it
I
by.
did. I was just
Right.
like, well, anyway.
So you had a friend one time.
I had a friend one time. Well, she was, well, it was a telemarketing job. And she was getting ready to start, but she had her pitch there. I said, well, read it to me. Try it out on me. And she couldn't get through her pitch without laughing.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, you got to chill. You know, so I'm trying to, like, coach her on it. You know, don't think of me as your friend. Think of me as a person on the phone.
Are you like
Are
trying
you
to
trying to?
convince
That's what I was
me
just gonna say.
Yeah.
to
I
run
think
my
he's
dom speeches
on
by
him.
you? Because you're a good
Yeah.
Career
That's what-
coach?
listen, that's what he's
Yeah.
trying to do.
Don't think of me
Well,
as a friend. Think
right.
of me as the guy you're going to
you're a bitch.
dominate.
That's why I called you a fucking freak.
Think
Right
of me
there
as
is a
your
perfect
bitch.
example.
So
Make me your
look at
bitch.
this.
not
I will
your
volunteer
friend.
my
guys
fucking
are
dom time
on-
for you. You can beat my ass.
on
and
the way to a
lock
successful
me up in
career.
cages and shit.
Well, so will I be because I will be a career coach. You know what I'm
It would
saying?
be totally weird for me because I'm not. I'm so not dominating in that area. I'm totally a sub. I'm submissive.
See, and I'm
But-
very dominating.
Really,
so
I would
it's
have
very
never guessed that
natural.
about you.
Right? It's pretty.
Well,
right?
you could charge
Most
people to be
wouldn't.
a sub. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no. I want to fucking beat somebody's ass. Get
Oh, you
paid
do?
for it. Yeah, I do.
You know, the good old-fashioned
I
want to
humiliate them and tell them they're fucking pathetic.
It's kind of funny because
and they
the-
need to go do my dishes. Look, I just have a sink of fucking dishes, and I want
You
somebody
want
to
to
do
wash,
it, okay?
yeah.
Come do my
That's
dishes.
what it really comes down
Do
to.
my dishes and
Vacuum my floor, do my dishes. I need my bathroom cleaned. So you
Yeah,
need
that
to come
too.
over.
You make them
That
drink
too.
from the toilet, shit
No,
like
No,
don't
you're gonna
drink
be
my
doing the
toilet.
dom thing
Just
too to get your
clean my-
toilet cleaned?
Just clean my bathroom.
Damn.
So
What
you
do I
just
need
want-
done at my house?
So you just want things done.
Fuck.
Chores, actual chores, not weird things like, you know,
I just want
drink
a
out
good
of this
dinner.
fucking toilet. Or,
Oh, I'll put a gag ball in your mouth and. You
Oh God!
know,
Look, you see his fucking
whip
arms.
your
This is
ass
an
while you're
indication,
doing
everybody.
it.
Let me give you a fucking
I know,
clue
you're
here,
turning him on.
right? When
Yeah.
he starts to do this again, remember?
Yeah, right.
We maybe should change the subject.
What? Why? Keep it there.
Yeah, of course you want it there. It's so funny too because now that we've talked, everybody's just coming on. More and more people coming in now.
This is what I do, man. This is
right.
I draw in all the creeps to view the dominatrix conversation.
See?
That's it.
You might drum up some business from this radio show.
You know what?
And you could
I'm
demonstrate it on him.
probably going to get a lot of messages that I don't want. All because I just wanted someone to do my fucking dishes.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's kind of like.
Next week I'll be like, let me tell you the fucking crazy messages I got from the show.
You're right.
Oh, maybe so. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure most of them will be from him. Yeah.
Well, if you got your, I mean, if you can look in the chat room, I'm sure you'll see if everybody's chatting.
Nobody
trying-
goes in it. All
Nobody
right,
goes in
I
the
will
chat.
look. I never
I'll
open the
look.
chat room.
Because
so.
people always say, "Hey, man, I was fucking," and then
These guys are lying ass morons. They don't ever say a fucking word in here.
unless they
really
go on an
feel?
experience project and try to chat with
How
you.
I really feel is they're lying ass fucking morons.
What was,
Yeah,
what was the last part?
Lying ass fucking
Okay.
morons.
Fucking morons.
Fucking moron.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'll go to the experience project and jump in there and get harassed.
Go get chatted in.
Yeah,
Go
it sounds
get
like a great
violated.
place to hang out.
Yeah,
Go get violated and write some stories about feet.
Yeah, talk to by men and fall in love with them.
Yeah.
And then send them, hey, I'll give you a personal call number and I'll take it and block it for
Oh,
you.
guess who
I'll
I
look it
had?
up.
Guess who I had to delete off my Facebook today?
Me?
Darth.
Oh, what
took
did
him
he do?
off?
What
Yeah,
happened?
he sent me a game request.
Oh, nigga.
So at one time I used to think that they were just sent out automatically if you played the game.
That's what I'm wondering.
No. You have the right to say no.
Maybe
Do
just
not.
It asks you, do you want to send a request to your friends to help you
Right.
such and such?
Maybe he hit the wrong button.
Or maybe
No.
he just didn't
See, I don't
see
play
it.
it,
It
so I
doesn't
don't know.
matter.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I'm sorry. I have no forgiveness, even if it was a mistake.
Wow.
I'm an asshole.
You are.
I mean,
I'm
when
an
I-
asshole.
You are.
You
and you
know-
need your dishes done, too.
How about the event? Do you ever get those event invites?
I don't mind the events.
Oh, see, those piss me off because a lot of them are out of state or out of the country.
Oh, no.
I've never got those.
No.
Out of the country. Should you paying my fucking ticket? I'll go.
I got this one friend in fucking South Dakota that keeps always sending me, these invites to these events.
So why are you pissed off about it?
Because I can't go to them.
Oh, so there's your reason.
Why are you sending this shit to me if I can't go? It's totally pointless.
But this is a whole new
I
fucking
was
world.
gonna
You could jump on a
post-
plane and go.
I was going to post an event.
for the tune of $800.
Well, what I was going to do is I was going to copy his profile pictures, my best friend.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Josh. Hey, motherfucker. And I was going to copy his profile picture and change my name to his name.
Okay.
And then I was going to post in the event, like, hey, everybody meet me at the drive-thru for lunch today. And then I was going to put a bunch of his shit up for
Oh.
sale on there, too.
Oh, wow.
But you got to keep the name for 60 days, so I backed out. It was too much
Yeah.
commitment. But it would have been funny as fuck. I was going to, like, creep girls' profile pages and make comments, and they would have thought it was him.
Wow.
that
damn.
Poor
would've been-
Josh.
Yeah, that dude's never going to have a
He would have thought it was funny. Don't worry. That's why we're best friends.
So he just kind of takes it. He'll be your first customer then.
No, that'd be so weird.
You haven't watched
He's my best friend.
He's like getting into this customer shit already for
I
you.
know.
Look
Yeah.
at He's just
He's
now
not
he's
gonna
going to
let it go.
fantasize
Look at that.
about it.
That's my.
That's it.
I just have that entrepreneurial mind. I'm
Oh
trying
yeah,
to
you
look
got
at
an
you.
entrepreneurial mind.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
that's
look
what
for
it
you.
is.
You know. Anyway, we'll be right back, bitches.
Okay, guys, I won't. Have a good night.
Bye.
well, bye.
HK is out.
Oh, you're both out.
Yep.
See y'all.
What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and mob music. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and iTunes. Or just Google your boy Black Ice. That's Y-A-B-O-Y, Black Ice.
He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gack, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gonna slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jisenbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually, I'm joking and having fun and laughing, but in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely-ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do you do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy and content and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement.
Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turned you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their Google Cheesy Leezy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hit on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some choochie, and then after that, we can go to the rum runner.
Great, just what I've always wanted, my own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fucking buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you'll be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul, Hip-hop bangers like
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer
Fuck that guy.
and DJ Jerkman,
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really hurts me.
Oh, yes, bitches.
Still trying to get used to which buttons are which here.
Like what's doing what?
Yeah, it's kind of amazing to me because think about this. I ran this thing for fucking years.
That's it. I got to get used to your old board
I got to
again?
get used to my own board again.
And what made you decide you wanted to hook it back up is what I'm wondering.
What happened was actually I thought about the fact that I just don't have enough microphones. And when people come in and they'd have more than 2 or 3 people, I'd have to take mine, move it over to that side. I'd have to move shit around. And I thought, you know what? This, I can put more into it, obviously.
Right.
I can hold up to 9 microphones on it. Plus, I can put like 2 tablets in it and a bunch of other shit. So I thought, why not try to bring it back? See if it would work. And it did. So I'm happy with that.
So just because you needed more room for more things.
Yeah, it was just, and really, the sound's not that bad on it. It sounds really well.
Still,
it
it sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
and I was familiar with it. Plus, the biggest plus on this thing, which I have to get used to again, is we actually don't have to spin knobs anymore. It's got the sliders and it's got the mutes on it.
Ah, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember those sliders.
Yeah, so on the other one, it was knobs. I mean, it was a Yamaha. It was a good little one, but it was just a little one. And I figured when I first came in here, I would just do the little one because this one takes up a lot more room, obviously.
Right.
So I hit the other one and thought, well, fuck it. Tried to bring back the monster.
Bring the monster, and it's here. The monster
It's here.
is
The
here.
monster's back.
Well, I have it's not so much of a monster SMJ, but it's kind of a funny SMJ.
It's a funny one?
I think it was funny.
So I should start it now then, you mean?
I think you should start it now.
Okay, I'll do that then. We'll probably lose anybody that was ever listening. All the girls are going now.
I know.
But you're blind. It'll bring them in.
Oh, yeah, sympathy.
Aha,
There we go.
sympathy.
Gotta save that blind man. Gotta save him from danger.
He's blind as hell.
Gotta save that blind man. Gotta save him from strangers.
I wish you could see. I'm giving him the finger right now.
Can they see you doing that?
No, I'm
see?
here. Now they can.
Okay, good, because they have to be able to see that.
I just
so
flipped you the fuck off.
Oh, good, man.
Right
I'll
on your
flip you
head
back.
over there.
How about that?
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, see?
Go
I give it
fuck
back to you.
yourself.
All right, so I had a speaking event today.
Right.
And afterwards, this woman comes over and she starts telling me how she had this friend that was blind and, was one of the most dear friends she's ever had. Why does that even have to come into play? You know, why can't you just be like, oh, I have a friend that's blind, you know, or
Because
something.
he was a dear friend. Maybe he was.
Actually, well, and then
Or she, whatever.
Actually, yeah, she said something like, but then it was the stuff she was saying where she goes, you know, and how did she put it? She said, you guys are just like everyone else.
Meaning blind people.
Yes.
Okay, that's an SMJ.
Totally.
You people are just like everybody else.
She was like, you know, and it's funny how people look at people with disabilities because, you know, you guys are just like everyone else in most cases or something like that. The way she said it, and some fake people, it's like, I can't help it. It's too hard for me to walk around and be fake all the time.
Okay.
I got to laugh sometimes. Or
So
I
you
got to make a
laugh?
smart ass. I did. I started laughing. And I go, yeah, I know what you're saying. But she thought I was laughing at people's attitudes towards disabilities when really I was laughing at her very
comment.
Yeah, her very comment, what she said.
Wow.
So it was that was kind of funny. And then of course I had a paratransit driver that drove me back that, you know, was very just, you know, take your time, you know, and of course he remembered me from the old all talk and he said, you know, oh, you know,
do I know this guy or?
You may have seen him, but he doesn't stand out. He's not a standout.
So he's
guy.
not one of the ones that I would remember.
Maybe not. If you saw his face, you might.
Probably, right. But he didn't say anything fucking stupid.
No, he asked about the radio show. Are you still on the radio?
Still on the air?
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm still fucking on the air, bro.
How long ago was this?
This guy, this driver,
Right.
today, this afternoon.
No, I mean,
oh,
was he like when he picked up the old place? Was it like within like years
Oh,
or something?
You
or?
know, I can't remember. I mean,
All
I've
right.
had so many drivers that I'm just like, okay, yeah, he was a guy from the past.
There's a couple that'll be always memorable, and that's because they were fucking morons.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the Asian guy that fought with you about.
Yeah,
oh
some
no,
guy
I'm
that's-
here for him.
A guy that shows up at the radio station telling me they're to pick you up to bring you to the radio station. I said, "This is
Yeah.
the radio station. He is not here." Yes, he is. I'm like, he's not
Yeah, he-
fucking here.
He fought with you for like
He
5
fought
minutes.
well, no, it was almost 10 minutes.
Oh,
and I had to
damn.
continue to tell him, you were not fucking there. I said, you've got to bring him here. He's got a show to do in a little bit. You've got to go pick him up. I said, give me your manifesto. And I said, see, look right here. You got to go there and then bring him here. Oh, I understand now.
And
I'm
then,
like, what the? Took me 10 fucking minutes to keep telling him the same damn thing.
and then he got to me late as fuck, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I went to the radio station first." And I'm like, "What, you fucking moron?" See, this is the thing: is some of these drivers they get so stuck on, you know, you going to a certain place.
I really didn't believe that he was going to have you there in time to do the fucking show.
Not me either. 'Cause
I was
remember-
like, you know what? I forget who was board obbing with me at the time, but I told her, I said, you know, he's not going to make his fucking show on time.
You know, we had I want to say Bad Boy stopped in for a visit.
Was it Bad Boy?
Well, he wasn't board hopping, but he came
Wasn't
for
it?
a
Was it
visit.
Maria or Furnace? Someone like that. But
yeah, there was a girl.
it was a girl that was doing it with me.
I'm trying to remember though. It was 2013, I guess.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was around that time, and it was like in the spring. So it had to be.
Wasn't Badger?
No.
As a matter of fact, Badger's coming in tomorrow.
Oh, she is.
She's going to come in and say hi to us. Yeah, she's going to hang out.
Oh, cool. Okay, all right. It'll be good to see
So
her.
I've been talking to her off and on, and she's, well, I miss you guys. Haven't seen you in a while. So
Been a minute.
she's
man.
going to come down and hang out with us on the. I guess she's going to come in like 3, something like that.
Oh,
going to
cool.
hang out throughout the day, hang out with me
Wait,
a little bit.
Will she hang out enough time? You know, at least for.
She's going to
my
stay for your show.
Oh, okay, good. So she'll.
As far as I know, yeah, she's staying for your show.
Oh, good. Okay, that'll work.
Somebody came in here, and I'm not sure who it is.
I was just
but-
going to ask you that, but you think was it your mom?
Yeah, that's that possibility.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking that's.
Or couldn't have been AK or Jerry, or they would have forgotten something. They would have grabbed it and left.
Yeah, but well,
Could be
maybe-
a mass murderer. I don't know.
Could be.
Could be the.
Or it could be one of my drivers that we could,
Could-
always talk shit
could be.
about.
Could be the one that didn't pick you up. And right now he's plotting on how he's going to toss your ass out on the fucking road halfway down to your house.
This motherfucker, man.
Talk shit about me, fuck.
Yeah, I'll show you. You're lucky you got a ride, dickhead. So, well, no, it
Blind
just,
piece of shit.
you know what? At a lot of these like business, I find it, these networking business things that I've spoken at, or just being around, just corp people in general.
Right.
They're just fucking. Sometimes they're so fake, and you just don't want to be fake to even appease them.
Well, you have to have a certain sense of fakeness when you're going to these things.
You do, but at the same time,
I mean, bottom line, you're not going to be totally interested in everything that everybody's fucking saying to you. But you got to pretend to be interested, because if not, you're going to lose their business or their interest, and they're going to be pissy with you. So
Yeah, no, you got to. But at the same time, there are times when you know you can get away with being a little bit
arrogant,
yeah, like
or a little bit, yeah,
making a smart ass comment or whatever. Like the driver today who did you on the radio still, and you're just like, yeah, nigga, I'm on the radio, but like.
I thought you said he was Japanese.
No, that was the guy that you argued with. Remember?
Who was the one today?
I don't know what the fuck he was. I couldn't tell.
But you did a fucking like a
Indian,
like a jockey camel sound or something.
He might have been a little Dune Cooney. I don't know.
But then you put the black guy thing in there, so it kind of confused me for a minute.
Well,
you're all over the place, man. You are one fucking mess.
I'm just schizophrenic with it. No, he just asked about the radio show and
Right.
was I still on the radio? And then of course he mentions you ever heard of Mike Savage and
my
Savage
God,
Nation?
here
I'm
we
like,
go.
oh yeah, dude.
Mike Savage, yeah.
But
tune your fucking bullshit, goddamn main core media the fuck in. Everybody's got to go to main core. It can't be. They can't go anything besides that. Anything independent. Oh well, anything that they would ever say.
They don't know about independent anything because they never listened to it.
That's what I'm saying. Their mind. They can't stretch their mind past their ass.
It's kind of like when I always used to laugh. Back when I did rap and whatever, and people were like,
a lot of other people did too.
Do you know Puff? You like Puff Daddy? And you're just like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Or they'd mention.
You didn't like Puff Daddy?
No, I was not into Puff Daddy.
Really?
Never really was into him, man. But
I couldn't see that with you. I figured you would have been into him and Jay-Z.
Oh, Jay-Z's my favorite. Oh, how'd you know?
I figured that.
But no, it was just funny that people would always, throw out the most commercialized fucker, thinking that they're like sort of empathize. Was it empathizing?
That's a way of relating to you.
Relating.
All it
There
is,
we go. That's what I'm looking
because
for.
They think that, well, most of the public obviously figures that, everybody does the same thing. So you're going to know everything and you're going to be tuned in just like they are.
I guess.
Glenn Beck and,
oh yeah, man, I've got my finger on the pulse, all that shit.
Yeah.
Like
it's all bullshit, but, pulse it out all you want, dickweed.
Yeah, hey, man, Howard Stern's good, man. I like how, and you're just like, yeah.
Howard Stern is just so...
He's just garbage.
I watched him when I was younger because it was the only thing on television where they showed boobs, and I was young.
Yeah.
Even if they were, like, pixelated out, I was still watching. Because, oh, wow, look, boobs.
Yeah,
I was fucking 14 years old.
Yeah, it lost its allure very quick, though.
Well, shit, yeah. I mean, come on. How many...
It's just the same shit. You get bored. Even my brother, who used to love the fuck out of Howard Stern and used to try to get me to listen to it and try to revere the guy and all this shit.
Well, your show is a lot like Howard Stern's. You know that, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. It's totally like Howard Stern.
I mean, you bring people on, you humiliate them.
I know. I get on websites to humiliate them just to coerce them.
I didn't say anything
on.
about a website. You didn't hear me say anything about a website.
You heard me say it. I said it.
You said
you
that.
Came out of my mouth.
I said nothing about that.
It's just funny that somebody would even think I would do that. Like that I'm that type of person. Like I'm that much of a shithead.
Because they're, think about this. Over the years, people have learned. They learn from what they see.
Mm-hmm.
So bottom line is, whether this person or whoever this other person was, I'm not mentioning any names or anything, would have thought that was a way to do something to cash in or whatever, in my opinion, could have possibly been. They learn from what they think, and they think that they just go on and do that, and that's how you make your way in life anymore. You don't go out, you don't get a motherfucking job, you don't do this, you don't do that. You just you follow off of the lead of everybody else.
Yeah, just man, you could do this.
Well,
make money.
Oh wow, they did that, so I'll do it and cash right the fuck in.
That was the other thing. At this thing I was at today, there was a shitload of like MLM motherfuckers.
Okay.
Working for ACN and Avon and Pampered Chef, and I'm just like,
V got into Avon at one time.
Did she?
Yeah,
I could see that.
Well,
Shell got into Pampered Chef.
I could see that.
Yeah.
The pampered part, no. The chef and eating, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
But I remember the one time that, because see, I wasn't too familiar with Avon and that it was really an MLM or anything like that. As I grew, when I was younger, it wasn't obviously an MLM that I know of. I just knew that women got their shit from there. And,
I didn't know much about it either until probably the 90s when.
Right, when I started realizing or hearing that it was actually an MLM, but. She jumped on that bandwagon. I remember the one day she come in and she goes, okay, because you know how V was. She was always looking for the newest way to be an entrepreneur.
That was another one that would bite onto the newest, dumbest thing.
I mean, shit, I had $500 worth of candle wax because she wanted to start making home candles and selling them. So I encouraged her. I mean, I wasn't we were partners, you know,
Right.
so I wasn't going to
At
sit
the
and
time,
say.
sure, yeah, but now you're looking back going,
Now
oh,
I'm looking back on
fuck.
what the hell? I spent $500 on candle wax.
No, and that's just one of those things that you can't really beat yourself up over.
No,
but at the same time, it's like,
Well, because you know you support one another, and if
Yeah.
you're in a relationship, you should, you know.
yeah, I got it.
But after a while, after one scheme after another, then
You're
it started
like,
getting like, okay,
okay.
look, you know, we still have fucking $500 worth of wax sitting over here. But she went out and did this one. She did it on her own. Fine, you know, she's an independent woman. She could do that.
Right.
But she got this huge motherfucking box mailed to her, right?
God.
And I was there that day, and they come up, they delivered it, and I was like, what the hell is in this thing? I swear to God, it was, I can't even, okay, like a quarter of a refrigerator, but that wide, like that deep and stuff.
Did you
and
see what it was?
It was Avon stuff.
Oh,
What she
fuck.
did was she ordered a certain amount of Avon stuff to resell, but she got these sample packets. I mean, it was a box full of motherfucking sample packets, right?
Wow.
And I was like, holy shit, you struck fucking gold here. You got a ton of these things. And I said, well, that's kind of cool. They sent you them to give us. She goes, no, they didn't send them. $300 fucking for sample packets.
You had to pay for those?
Yes. I just
Oh.
about shit. I was like, we just spent $300 on sample packets?
Damn. Yeah, see, and that's what I saw a lot of today. A lot of housewives that were looking for something extra.
Right.
And you could tell that they had husbands that actually worked.
Right.
Because, anyone.
Well, maybe
who-
they did too. I don't know.
Maybe they did at one time. The one lady who actually spoke was an Avon lady, actually, which is kind of funny.
Right.
But she was saying that, she worked as a school teacher and then got tired of it, so she retired. So she's looking for something else to do. And I guess MLM was it's pretty sad when you're looking for something to do, and rather than volunteering or maybe even working at Walmart, you choose an MLM.
Right.
I mean, it's like, wow.
Well, keep in mind, I mean, a lot of people over the years have been brainwashed. People right now believe that the best way to make money is the easiest and quick way to make money.
Yeah, like, hey, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you don't go out and you don't get that steady job. And I'm not saying everybody. I mean, obviously, like AK and Ocelot here, me, you, we do our jobs. We do whether we want to or not. We go out and we work every fucking day. We do our shit.
Oh, yeah.
But the most of society right now just totally believes that what you do is you come up with a scheme, you figure a way to make quick cash, and you run out and you be rich. You're rich. You're fucking walking around with your brand new cars, your Escalades, your fucking this, your that. And if you can do that and you can do it with respect, that's fine. If you can figure a way to go out and make some business that works for you and makes you some cash, hey, kudos, fucking happy for
Sure,
you.
if it actually works.
But that's the whole thing. They relied on that, and this is where the MLMs came in, because what they simply did was they sold people on the fact that this is what they could do. They could become instantly rich. I mean, come on, you remember when we were over at the other station, and that guy come up to me, and I'm standing there. Son of a bitch comes up to me, has enough balls. He's seen me I don't know how many fucking times standing there. I'm out smoking a cigarette. He walks up to me and simply says, hey, man, how would you like to make $75,000 a month extra? And I looked at him and I said, you know what? Nope, I'm happy with what I make now. Come on. You think I'm not fucking stupid? How am I going to make $75,000 in a month?
Oh, dude. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, see.
Wrong tube.
And that's the thing. But you would think in, this economy where you could lose your ass at any time that people would be holding on to their money and not, getting sucked into shit.
Well, it depends. If they think that they can make that quick break off of that couple bucks that they may have left to make themselves rich, then they may fall for it. I mean, it's desperate times mean desperate measures,
So
and that's
people
what
are-
people do sometimes.
People are getting so freaked out that they're like, oh, just do anything. Okay, whatever.
Well, sometimes they just don't truly think. They believe they were sold on an idea. You've got leaders and you've obviously got followers. The leaders can speak to those followers, and they will believe what they're telling them, and they will buy right into it.
Wow. I've never been that person. I just can't.
I mean, I can't say I've never been that person. I may have been tricked into something sometime in my life.
I've been tricked into stuff, but not something that's
Not nothing like that. No, I can say I've never bought into anything like that. That's just not me.
Yeah.
I mean, I am not. I'm not going out to buy product to sell it for somebody else. I don't do that.
Well, especially since if I don't believe in something,
Right.
Then I'm like, okay, then how am I going to sell this if I'm not really even feeling?
Well, that's what I was going to say. If I believe in a product I will talk about it to people and say, hey, look, you might want to try it. You know, if I have a friend or somebody that says, hey, you know, my car is not running right, and I know a guy that sells supercar gas
I
that
do
gets
that
it.
shit all
you
the
know,
time.
I'd say, hey, look, you know, this guy's got some good shit. You might want to go. But I'm not buying the shit from him and going out and trying to price it up to make a profit. And,
Right. I'm like, I'm going to just pay you and then hopefully
and sell your product for you.
Yeah, that to me is backwards. I'm thinking, okay, well, and what's shitty is people who are looking for jobs, the only responses they'll get in most cases are these piece of shit MLMs that are like, well, you know, work from home and earn $80,000 a year, and you know,
It's an act of desperation, a lot of it, and an act of desperation and dumbness. Bottom line, I mean. But there are some that do make money, but they're the higher ups, obviously.
Well,
they're the ones that create these things. Nobody's created something to truly make just you rich.
It's just shitty when somebody's preying on someone who's reaching out.
No, it is. I agree totally. I mean, now there are some companies out there that I know that have gotten starts doing like an MLL sort of business, but they were genuine and honest.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't. It wasn't like they were trying to just like, okay, look, you know, you bring as many idiots as you can, and we're going to pile them underneath us and keep the cash going. I know some companies out there that actually give them an incentive to say, hey, look, I really don't have a sales team. You know, if you can go out and sell this, I'll sell it to you at a discounted price so you can make some cash and I can make some cash.
Right.
That's
right.
fine.
Well, that's legit.
That's legit. That's a business proposition.
Right. Right.
Bottom line.
But this isn't, you know, oh yeah, you paid me $300, man, and you know,
Right.
you're your own boss and you could sell your shit, and you're going, okay, yeah, no, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
It's a pyramid scheme. Guy.
And say pyramid to them and they shit a brick.
Oh, they're ready to
They
box,
shit one of the
man.
pyramid fucking bricks out right
One
then
of
and
the-
there.
Yeah, one of the bricks from the pyramid itself.
Oh, it's not a pyramid scheme. Well, how does it work again? Well, how it works is I start at the bottom, and then I get people under me. Well, and what happens when you stack them on top of each other?
Nobody makes money but you.
You got one person at the top, and it trickles down, so that's sort of a pyramid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a pyramid. Well, or I've had people say, well, do you know what a pyramid scheme is? You know, like, well, no, I just use the term.
Should
'cause it
say,
sounded good.
apparently you don't.
Yeah, because you're getting sucked
You're
into
fucking in it.
But and then I'll see people, too, that go from pyramid scheme to pyramid scheme.
Well, that's because they think that they just didn't do something right, or that the next one's the better one. They should have just jumped on that one.
God. You know what? I got to say, that would be a deal breaker for me.
Oh, my God.
It would be.
AK's right.
What?
I do have a fucking goddamn scruffy frog voice.
Yeah, ribbit. We'll be right back, bitches.
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that, and guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do, so don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
Answer me this. When did having a lot of YouTube hits and hella MySpace friends begin to determine whether a rapper has good music or not? Let's be serious. You wouldn't trust half of these people to wash your car or your dog. But you gonna let these people determine what music you listen to? That's crazy. You gotta be a leader, man, not a follower. And check out that classic album by your boy Black Ice, 5.0 Reasons, 10th anniversary, 1998 to 2008. It's that classic Bay Area G-Funk and mob music. Sample the entire album at cdbaby.com, rhapsody.com, Napster, and iTunes. Or just Google your boy Black Ice. That's Y-A-B-O-Y, Black Ice.
He was a young white kid from the suburbs who had it all. Yo, Pops, when you gonna paint my motherfucking Bentley and shit? Sorry, son, I'll get to it. It's just been very hectic down at the office. But he wanted something more. Yo, I wish I could be a G, dog. He wanted to come from those mean streets and be a G like his compadres that he looked up to. Yo, man, if only I could have a gack, dude. I'd bust the most caps out of any G. Then he met Jay Fucker on MySpace, where he learned to rock up that crack cocaine with the dopest of OGs from the street. Yo, we gonna hit the track right now, and we gotta slang these hover rocks to these motherfucking fiends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, can I roll with you, dog? Can I roll in your 6'4"? It's a tale of urban struggle. Yo, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out in this bitch, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, I can dig it, I can dig it. It was a tale of romance. Hey, dog, you mind if we sleep in the same bed? Gerald Jismbag and Harold Hardcock give it 2 thumbs up. It's Black Cock Down.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Maxwell Silverhammer of the award-winning Shit That Irks Me. Now, usually, I'm joking and having fun and laughing, but in this case, I'm here to talk about something very serious. There's a phenomenon that's going on all over this country. It's called dimpling or dimple caking. That's right. There are lonely-ass, poor, sorry sons of fucking bitches that have no friends, no life, and nothing really going on for themselves. So they need people to talk to. So what they'll do is they'll call your phone. And usually what you'll do, being the heartless son of a bitch that you are, you'll just let the phone ring and roll it into your voicemail. And then you sit there and you contemplate, oh no, I have to call this person back. I have to call this person back, knowing that there's quite the chore that's in front of you. What do you do? If you're the heartless son of a bitch that never calls them back, you need to stop now. You need to call that person back and do your dimple duty. That's right. It is your dimple duty to make sure that this person is happy and content and feels worth. That's right. This person needs to feel like they have some worth. So, do your dimple duty today. Thank you. I am Maxwell Silverhammer with a public service announcement.
Do you hate women that you can't fuck? Have you tried to rub your dick on some woman's foot and she turned you down?
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, if so, you need Game for the Mentally Lame. That's right. If you're a mental retard and women are trying to kill you with their goo-goo cheesy leezy, then this is the book for you. That's right. Learn brand new pickup lines. Hey, baby, you hear my fake? Wanna hit on it?
No, I don't want to sit on your face, but I'd like to split your fucking lip.
Or you can also learn brand new ways of being smooth and romantic with the come-ons. Hey, how about we go have some choochie, and then after that, we can go to the rum runner.
Great, just what I've always wanted, my own drunken alcoholic retard. No thanks.
So see, the proof is in the tard. So get Game for the Mentally Lame for only $19.99 if you call now. Order Game for the Mentally Lame for all tards and those who can't quite get it. At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance. Available for digital download only. Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, fakes at your foot. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fucking buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you'll be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul, soul. Hip-hop, bangers life. Hip hop bangers life.
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
Classic throwbacks life.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
We are anonymous, and you're listening to Maxwell Silverhammer
Fuck that guy.
and DJ Jerkman,
Yeah, fuck that guy too.
only on STEM Radio.
Damn, this shit really hurts me.
STIM Radio. STIM Radio.
Fuck, man. We run the gamut here, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
As far as when the shit we talk about. It's crazy, though, because I was just thinking the other night, like, you know, somebody like Steve
Right.
could really benefit from doing this.
Well, there's a lot of people I believe that could benefit from it, but would they do it?
Well,
Probably
that's it.
not.
You know, I mean, when I asked him about it, you know, he was just like, oh, well, if they're not going to pay me to do it, I'm not fucking paying to do a radio show. But the other day, he was so goddamn hungry for conversation. You know, I'm thinking, now, for those who don't know, Steve is a friend of mine, an older guy in his 60s, kind of a lonely dude. And
Kind of lonely. He's a Republican. He has to be lonely.
no, because he's welcomed you to the Republican Party. So, of course, he's got a whole party behind him. So what are you talking about?
I don't know why there's a parties because every time I see these people, they're all bored off their asses.
Yeah, it's not a party to me.
Yeah, don't bring one to me either.
Looks like you're very down. But, we're speaking of that, I got to go to one of these things tomorrow where, you know, all those political assholes walk around with their cards.
Woohoo.
Although the election's,
Onesie.
the election's over now, so maybe we won't get so much of that shit. Because I'm telling you, that event is particularly bad. I go there every month.
Mhm.
It's kind of a networking thing.
Right.
And, I mean, you can't even eat your lunch without these motherfuckers standing over you with a card in your face going, hi, I'm Senator Jimble Slim. Will you vote for me in the
I
next
did vote for
election?"
Jimbo Slim one time.
Did you?
I regretted it, but I did vote for him.
I voted for Judge Jucklebuck, man.
Did you?
Yeah, he was the shit.
Yeah, he was cool.
But anyway, I guess my whole thing was with Steve. You know he's so, and I was just thinking, man, you know what? I bet you this guy goes days without talking to people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
think?
yeah, I think he does. I think he goes days because there's times where he'll call just to tell me some lame shit that really could have waited, or he'll just want to go off on something or whatever. It's just so trivial, and you're just like, okay, man. And then, I mean, to his credit, and he does talk about interesting things. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's not a dimpler.
Once in a while.
Yeah, well, he's not a dimpler in the sense of, like, you know, dimpler would call you up and, you know, sit there.
He has
and,
something to talk about.
yeah, exactly. Where he has stuff to talk about, but the thing is, it's so much, you know, then he starts going off on shit. Some of it's stuff you're not even interested in. Like the other day, he starts talking about his parlaying and the sports bets.
You know, like the first time I met him, he talked to me 3 hours about living in Pennsylvania.
That kind of shit, yes.
And I was like, oh, God, after the second hour, I was like, come on.
And then he'll get into history shit like, do you know in 1933, you know, President fucking Roosevelt was doing this, and you're just like, okay.
You should say, you know, in
How's
20 BC. Oh, never mind. I won't tell you. You were there.
Yeah, you were already there. You saw the shit.
Yeah.
But it's funny because they'll bring up all this historical shit sometimes, and you're just like, okay, that's kind of cool. I could probably use that at a cocktail party at some point.
Like he's trying to do.
Yeah. Well, just for him, he's using it to maintain, you know, conversation, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, he just...
But should you be having a conversation with somebody just to have it?
Well, I mean... now, this goes back to doing your dimple duty.
Yeah, because...
You know what I'm saying?
Because
like,
even if it's a meaningful conversation, but if it's something that really is not necessary to be totally talked about, I mean, do you really want to engage the conversation and keep going?
well, especially if it doesn't interest you.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But, you know, at the same time...
Well, like, okay, we've talked for 3 hours, but I'm going to be here another hour, so I'm going to think of something to talk to you about for a fucking hour.
And that's kind of what he was doing. Because, you know, I was on with him for probably an hour, and then I'm going, all right, man. And then, you know, so I'm sort of hinting to
You want to get the fuck off.
Hey, man, I kind of got some shit to do, so I'd like to get going.
Right.
But, he's continuing with, whatever the fuck he was talking about Eisenhower and the fucking...
Apparently you paid attention.
Oh,
you were
that's
just
it.
into that conversation.
Well, somehow he was talking about... and he was kind of going pro-Corporanicon, too. He's like, everybody says businessmen are greedy and this and that, but let me tell you, when I was in the blind vendors program, I had to pay this.
Blind vendors?
Yeah, they actually have those. Like the, people, it's a program you go through if you're blind, and they train you how to run your own concession stands in, like, say, the courthouse or, public, places.
Oh, so Blinkies can do something and be meaningful, productive in the society.
Hey, we're almost just like
you.
everybody else.
Yeah, you're almost just like us. Almost.
Almost. Not quite. There's still something missing, but
right. I don't know what it is.
You're kind of like all of us. Well, even I think she said something like, you guys are just like everyone else, and you're just like, well, why? How are we guys? I mean, why aren't we just people?
People.
Why is it got to be?
You're blind people. You're bleeples.
We're bleeples, man. So yeah, in a way, you feel bad for the guy, like. Okay.
Because he's so in need of conversation?
Yeah, it's almost like he's
Why
very
don't you just rent a hooker like he usually does?
Well, and he should do that. But...
you just pay her to talk to her.
Like, here, will you just hang out with me?
Just hang out and talk, please. I'm lonely.
Well, and here's the thing.
That's an idea for me. Maybe I'll do that. I don't want the fucking sex. I just want to talk to him.
I just want somebody to sit with.
Yeah, fuck.
No, but, his... he can be a social, likable guy.
He can?
Yeah, when he's not drinking and arguing with you about politics, yes. Well, and I think that's a big part of it too.
Drinking?
I think the two things, his two Achilles heels that kill him socially. One is I don't think his confidence is 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he feels that, because I didn't know this, but I thought he'd always been blind. You know what I'm saying?
He hadn't been?
No, actually, he's gone blind gradually over time. So he has he has the same thing Renaissance has, I think. He's got RP. So that's a slow degeneration of your vision.
Right.
So when he was, say, teenager, 20 years old, his vision was like cruise controls. He could see a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So he could see things up close, but enough for him to still,
make it out.
I mean, he couldn't drive, obviously, and he still had to do some things that some visually impaired people have to do.
I don't know. Mr. Magoo used to drive. Why couldn't they let him get behind a wheel?
Yeah, well, I guess they could have. But, no, I mean, he was very, he did a lot of shit, as far as, but now I think because his vision's getting worse, he doesn't feel confident hanging out with a lot of sighted people. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't feel equal. So.
Well, because he's almost like us, but just not quite there.
Well, now he's being even less like you guys, But, no, and I see that he involves himself with a lot of blind people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the one mistake he makes, because all he does is bitch about them all the time. Oh, that fucker, all they want. And you're just like, well, dude, start hanging out with some other people.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second thing I think with him is he can't leave politics out of anything. Somehow it's always going to come back around to the goddamn Democrats and the niggers in the White House and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I mean, the couple of times I was there with him, it was so funny, though.
It's probably what sort of made you sort of be like, I don't really like this motherfucker.
Well, what it was, okay, the first time I met him, I thought he was cool.
Right.
Me and him sat and talked because he was from Pennsylvania, I guess.
But it was a little much with the talk.
It was even with the Pennsylvania talk, yeah. It started to get to be quite a bit, and I was like, wow, okay, this is dragging on. But remember, I had V with me that night.
Right.
And she was a black woman. She was my wife.
Right.
But he was sitting there, and he kept saying about Obama being a nigger and all this stuff, but yet he was hitting on my fucking wife.
That's the funny shit,
I'm like, what a fucking ass munch.
Well, you get these kind of guys. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, I can't say that if you're blind you can't be racist. You can be.
Well, sure.
But at the same time, and it's your opinion. But at the same time, then don't go, hey, okay, so they're niggers, but yet you don't realize that the person's black.
Yeah.
Or something.
He knew she was black. She even told him.
That's right. Oh, that's right, because she did kind of check him on it.
Yeah.
Well, I remember there was a guy that used to come into my work who was blind, and he had an assistant with him, a guy from, like, Catholic Charities, who was a black guy. Now, this guy was newly blind, so he didn't know how to tell people by their voices that they were black.
Right.
So he would make and he was a guy from the deep south. His name was
Oh
Bill.
boy, I think I know where this one's going.
Oh yeah. Well, he never busted out with nigger or anything like that.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't like the word. I don't like N-word or N-bomb. I just say the word. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Brother. But anyway, he instead of he made a comment. We were talking about some book or something, and she goes, "Well, yeah, that's the book with the black detective," and he goes, "That's why I don't want to read it." And
wow.
I'm like, well, you know what? I bet you this guy has no fucking clue that the guy who's helping him is a black dude. So it's just kind of funny to see these guys kind of shoot themselves in the balls
Right.
with their own stupidity.
Well, see, and even for me, like I said, but then that night too, after he was trying to hit on my wife, and that didn't even piss me off,
Yeah.
because I'm like, hey, she's a grown woman. If she goes and fucks this guy, she can stay with him. That's that's how it runs. I'm not her fucking keeper.
Right.
But that night went over.
That was
But
the
he started
second-
with we even started talking about politics that night, and I was kind of like I just brushed it off. I'm like, and I'm I didn't want to get into it. We're supposed to be there to have fun. Why talk politics and shit?
Right.
Then I think it was that New Year's Eve, the next New Year's Eve.
Yeah, 2013.
And I sat there, I literally for what, 2 hours or 3 hours, listening to this motherfucker just jack his fucking jaws about this shit to everybody that was fucking there.
Yeah, yeah.
And after a while, I said, you know what? Someone's got to put this man in his place and shut him the fuck up.
And I think that's it. A lot of people won't.
Yeah.
Because he's blind. Just
Yeah.
let him do his thing. And it's
Not
like,
me.
Just tell the motherfucker. And that's it. When I start running my mouth, I'm expecting somebody to tell me to shut the fuck
like
up.
I told you before you got in here tonight.
And
well, I didn't tell you, but we had a nice, it was.
Right.
I wasn't going to say, well, you're blind, so I don't think we should. Fuck that.
Yeah, you were like,
You're not fucking blind. You're Max, and I'm going to fucking tell you.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll tell you if I disagree.
Exactly
or I
right.
agree.
Yeah.
And in this case, I did disagree, and I'm
Yeah.
like, no,
we both were like, hey, we stood our points on it.
Yep.
But with him, and that's what it was that night. Everybody was just being so, nobody wanted to hear it anymore. You could see that.
Oh yeah.
But everybody was allowing him to keep. And I said, you know what? I'm done with this shit. I'm done hearing his fucking mouth.
But then, see, now, funny enough, the herd mentality started happening.
Yeah.
Because once you sort of jumped on it, then
Mhm.
everybody else did too. And then they're like, well, wait a minute. And then then they're starting to show their true sides. Like, you actually sound stupid.
Yeah.
Nobody's agreeing
Shut
with you
up.
with that
We're
shit.
sick of hearing it.
And some people, there's certain parts, I agree with on that. But
Sure.
there's others that I'm just like, okay, man, come on. Now you're going too far. The
Yeah.
nigger in the White House and the corporate gym is all good. And the government's great.
And Romney was pulled himself up by his bootstraps and all this.
That's right.
Yeah, and it got to the point where it was just like I said. Even if it would have been anything, if he would have been on it as much as he was just that, I would have said, "Will you just shut the fuck up?"
Well, I think this is why his wife doesn't like to be around him too much.
I forgot he's married.
He is married.
It's
but
kind of bad when you're married and you're that lonely. You need to talk to somebody else because your wife won't even fucking talk to you.
Well, see, that's it. His wife doesn't spend a lot of time at home.
Would you blame her?
Not really.
Okay.
Well, recently her daughter's sick.
Okay.
And see, that's another thing because I guess her daughter lives in California or something,
Mm-hmm.
so she's out there with her daughter, and her daughter probably isn't going to make it.
Her daughter's probably healthy as shit. She's probably out there like, thank God you live in California.
This gives me a time
Well,
to
if
be
he
around.
calls up, go, I can't talk right now.
No, she's pretty sick apparently.
Okay.
She's got like stage 4 cancer or some shit.
Oh, fuck.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
not cool.
she I guess he was telling me this, in an email. He said, "Oh, just found out that her daughter has stage 4 cancer and blah blah blah." And he's like, "It's just sad that people like her get sick and wind up dying, but somebody like that nigger in the White House get to live."
Oh,
and
God.
you're just like,
I mean, I agree the guy's a piece of shit in the White House.
Sure, well, of course.
But his color means nothing.
Or any you know what?
Any yeah.
Why stop there? How about all these fucking
Yeah,
politicians?
all the
Shouldn't they
corrupt
be dead?
ones should, yeah, all the corrupt ones, fuck yeah. I don't give a shit what nationality they are, what race they are, what color they are, what gender they are. If you're a dirtball, you're a fucking dirtball.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of just putting it on,
The color, yeah.
But I'm wondering what he's going to do when there's a white Democrat back in the office.
What about it? Well, white Republican, this guy could probably run us
Oh,
into
he'll
the
be
ground
great.
like some of the other ones did, and he'll be the greatest thing under the sun.
Oh, he'll love the guy. But I'm just waiting for another white Democrat. Then what are you going to say? I mean, are you going to...
yeah.
I mean, you can't really,
He's going to be a honky?
fucking honky in the White House.
Yeah.
Damn
Fucking
it.
crackers.
Full of motherfucking Peckerwoods, man. God damn. Yeah, stupid shit people come up with.
Yeah, so I can understand, at certain points, like I said, that night that happened, it just, the whole thing was, he just droned on way too much, kind of like we're doing right now. We're just droning on about him, and maybe we should call him up and talk to him.
Oh, maybe we should. Just so we can listen to ours. But I guess the point is, if you want to do that shit,
right,
that's great. Hey, I love it that you got an opinion. I love it that you don't.
Nothing wrong with having an opinion.
Absolutely. But, do it in a forum where, you might even be revered for doing it.
Right. Don't do it at a fucking New Year's Eve party.
Yeah, or on
for
the
hours
phone,
on end.
On the phone to friends or hanging out with friends when we got to listen to, the niggers and the Democrats and the this.
Yeah,
and
why don't you try having maybe a little bit of a broader
get a radio show. Although, you know what? He's another guy. I brought him on one time, and he didn't really have much to say.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Remember? And he came in, and he wasn't very,
He called into one time. Remember me and him got into it on the phone, too?
That was hilarious. Now, that night he was drunk.
Yeah.
That was another drunk. But you were tearing his ass up. But I think he forgot about that. But the one...
he was drunk.
Well, the night he was getting into it with you then, he was drunk. But I think it traumatized him because I remember I called him up the next day, and I'm like, hey, man, so what's up? He's like, I said, you want to talk about last night? He's like, yeah, I'm waiting. You could tell he was a little bit annoyed. I'm like,
with me?
Well, with all of us because, I think he's mad at me because I didn't stick up for him. And I'm like,
right,
dude, I'm not going to stick up for because I don't believe that shit. And second of all, it wasn't the place to be saying things like that, in mixed company because you don't know who's there. So, I mean, hell, he doesn't know who's around half the time.
Well, that is true. And you're saying stuff like that. You could find somebody that's gonna get a little offended by that and pop you in your fucking head.
Well, that's it. How do you know you're not gonna get your ass beat?
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't care about getting your ass beat, then great.
Spew it out all you want.
But and maybe he doesn't.
Maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
Maybe he does have a little bit of a death wish thing going on.
But you know what I got a bitch about tonight?
Tell me.
My bitch is that I think I'm gonna be single the rest of my life.
Are you?
Yeah, I want to.
You know what? That's funny.
I want to be.
You want to be?
I think so.
I think I'm gonna be.
I think I just want to go out and bang some chicks and just be single.
Hey,
live a good life. Live the man life.
Why don't you get on a dating site? It's a numbers game. You can play it and
that's what I'm thinking.
Meet bitches, fuck them, then never call them.
I don't need these.
That'd be the shit.
I don't need these bitches anymore. All I need is I need a hose.
All I needs is my dick sucked.
That's right. That's all I need is
and
this.
Other than that, fuck a bitch. No.
Fuck a bitch. I'm done with women.
Done with bitches. Fuck them. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah. Well.
I'm not really done with women.
I say it, but I probably don't mean it.
What guy truly does?
Well, yeah, exactly. We'll say it and talk shit, but
yeah, and then you go.
There's the back of our mind when we meet somebody, we're like, oh, but you know what? It would be so nice.
It's so nice if I could cuddle with you.
If I could just. Well, you know what? My thing is.
Tell your friends what you just said.
My thing is too, though. I don't have any malicious intent towards any of these women.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it. And so I guess I figure when there's somebody that I like and they don't reciprocate, I'm kind of like, well,
what are you gonna do?
Fuck. But yet,
if they don't want you, see, that's what always got me. When you would see the guys that would go out, and I know we bitch about women, but I'm gonna bitch about a guy here. I mean, we got a couple minutes.
Oh yeah.
And the whole thing is, when you see these guys go out and they work up the balls to ask a girl out, and the girl shoots them down, and they may have done it in just a nice manner, like, no, I've got a boyfriend. I mean, they may not, but they do it in a nice way. It's not like, and then they start calling them bitches and hoes and fucking sluts. And I'm like, just because she shot you down and repped your little fucking ego up for you, now you got to fucking condemn her? Fuck you. You're an idiot.
And I used to be one of those guys, I'm not going to lie. I used to be that dude that was like, but now that I got older, see, I've been on the other end of that now, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you had a guy ask you out and you turned him down?
That too.
Because you said you were on the other end.
That's true. I have been there.
Yeah.
But, then I've been with girls too. I mean, you've seen that happen. Where there's women that like me that I'm,
and you just didn't
I'm
want.
not digging for whatever reason. And I just kind of said, I'm really not, I don't see you that way. So, once you've kind of been on the other end of that for one, then you learn to
see it a little differently.
Yeah. And you're kind of like, wait a minute, I don't want to be that same pain in the ass, that chick was to me.
Right. And
looking desperate.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, and the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about was.
Oh yes. Well, fuckers, I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
I would be G.J. Jerkman if I was, but I'm not. I am DJ Dorito.
Yeah, AK'll be happy. And that's the story there, bitches. See ya.
It's the shit that irks me. Mac 10